This is the Nova 5-person indoor traditional sauna from Sun Home Saunas. Today we're going to check it out, show you what it looks like, what it feels like around this entire space. They have a 2-level floor seating. I'm going to show you that. It's a Hume traditional finish heater. It is extremely hot right now. I'm sweating. Hopefully the camera does not overheat. This thing is all black on the outside. It looks clean, sleek. It's got very well tinted windows on the front, a massive door, and these stones from Estonia. But we're going to dive into detail of all those things. We do have links down below, discount codes if you want to purchase this sauna. Click those to help support the channel. Let's get into it. Now this just launched for the 4th of July sale, so there's a discount code if you want to click that. Now this has a cedar interior and exterior. So cedar wood, as you can see, the benches, the walls, the exterior has been treated so it is all black. So I think it just looks sleek and sexy. This is a pre-production model, so the production model will be slightly different, but it has double stacked benches. So we got the lower bench right here, and the depth of the benches matter because if you want to lay down, if it's too narrow, you can't lay down. So I'll show you that. But on the top floor, we can see I can easily sit up here. I can put my back up against the wall, and it gets about half my quad on the bench. And then my feet can place there. And there's still enough room for someone to sit right in front of me on this double stacked bench. Note that the production model will have a higher bench by 5 inches, but that's gonna be hard to notice on camera. Now, let's do the lay down test. How well can you lay down on the top bench? So I'm a wide man. If I try to lay down right here, I'm able to get my shoulders pressed up against the Estonia stone, and then my left shoulder is kind of hanging off. So the top one is not ideal for laying down on. You probably don't want to lay down in here, but it's gonna be the hotter one. If you are a more narrow human, that'll be easier. But the bottom bench, that's where things are different. That one is twice as wide. If I go ahead and lay down on this one, I definitely fit. It's gonna be cooler. This bench is not above the stones, which is not ideal if you want to lay down in extreme heat. So the top one's gonna be hotter, but the bottom one's gonna be much wider. Here I can sit down, my shoulders fit entirely. I actually have like 2 extra inches of space. Now, the question is, can I fully extend my legs in this space? So as someone who's 6 feet tall, I barely, do I fit? Oh, I just fit exactly. So if this sauna is 5 feet 11 inches, we'll know the truth that I'm not actually 6 feet. But my feet to my head just barely inch fit. I can kind of like pull my neck in. So I get full extension. I wouldn't say I can perfectly relax in this position. No, I can. Okay, so now I can fully lay down, legs fully extended if I wanted to. If I want to bend my knees, I can do that as well. My back is resting on this bench. I'm not gonna feel like I'm falling over, whereas on the top one I might. So, but I'm just not getting as hot air as I would on the top bench. But I would say for laying down in the sauna, it works great. Now this does have an electric fan, a ventilation system. That is key because this fits 5 people. When you have 5 people in a small box, the CO2 levels will rise, and this is gonna pump air so that way you can have fresh air inside of here. And then there's also an exit vent right under the heater that you can go ahead and slide open. So I don't want to touch the stones. It is pretty close to the stones, so I'd be careful, but there you go. You can go ahead and open that. And now you're getting ventilation on the bottom over here, and the electronic fan pumping air in over there, and then the air is gonna nicely exit on the bottom of the stones over here. Part of the law of loyalty of good saunas, you wanna have good air circulation, because if the air gets too stale, you're gonna start breathing in too much carbon dioxide, and you don't want that. Office space, work spaces, home. If you ever measure your air quality, you want to make sure your ppm for CO2 stays below 1,000. Up here, we have this vent that you can go ahead and open. Obviously, heat rises, so now you can see that once we open this vent, boom, there's air that can pump out of the top as well, so there's just more room for circulation. So that's important, right? I want to be able to lay down on the benches. I want to have good circulation. I want to have a strong heater. Let's talk about the heater. This is the classic stone Hume heaters. We'll put the kilowatts on the screen of how strong it is and the power requirements for this device. But this thing heats things up. It is hot in here and I'm sweating and I had to open the doors so the camera doesn't overheat. But these things I know are high quality heaters. They work very well. You will have to get an electrician to wire this up. Similar to like the plunge saunas, they have a way where you can just plug your own cable in. This one you do need an electrician to actually get it going. And then it has a thermometer that runs up to here to measure the temperature, and this heater goes up to 220 degrees. It's gonna use this thermometer right here. Once that hits 220, that will turn off, but this is able to heat this entire space up to 220 degrees Fahrenheit, which we'll put the Celsius up here as well. Over here, we've got some buttons to change the lighting. As you can see, there's LEDs to make it look cool, change the vibe, the feeling. Okay, so the right side is the fan. I just turned it on. If you want to hear what it sounds like, this is the sound of the fan. It is a little bit of a humming noise. That's what you're gonna hear when the fan's on. But that means you're getting good air circulation. And if I want to turn the fan off, I'll just go ahead and press that button. It powers off. This one powers off the lights. Oh, there we go, powers off lights. And powers on the lights. So it's that easy. Obviously, if you do buy a sauna, I highly recommend getting a sauna hat. you want to get scrubs, essential oils, and they will all be available on the Sun Home Sauna website. Now the heater is Estonian-made Hume heater, but not only that, these panels right behind me are also Estonian made. Back here is custom hexagon paneling from Estonia, and this looks beautiful. Like, it makes it feel more elevated, more sophisticated. It gives the sauna more of like a high-end vibe. A lot of saunas that you will buy are all just cedar wood, all 5, 6 areas, but this is not just cedar wood around. You have your paneling right here, which just gives it kind of like a more high-end vibe if that's something you're looking for. We have a slight backrest. It is totally vertical. There's no rounding to the backrest up here. But overall, I would say this sauna is massive, a great indoor sauna. It is not built for outdoor because the roofing is not gonna be able to handle snow, rain, and outdoor weather, things like that, because you will need a slanted ceiling. The Hume heater can be controlled via the mobile app. There's Wi-Fi connections. You can remotely turn it on and off, which is amazing, especially if like you're at work and you want to get the sauna going, have it powered up and heated to the temperature you want right when you get home. That's absolutely necessary. And remember, we do have discount codes and links down in the description. If you click that, it helps support the channel. And then on the outside, we do have the heater control. You can turn the dial to increase and decrease the temperature. Click it to turn it on and off if you don't want to use the app. And then we have the wiring that comes from the 240 volts or 220 volts. So you need special cabling and wiring. Comes out of the side with these tubes that your electrician will install to then plug into the wall to be able to power this bad boy heater. Now let's show you the outside, because the real question is, can you fit this in an indoor space, and what kind of indoor space would this be good for? Because maybe it's a garage, a bedroom, a extra room, a guest room. It does take up a lot of space. It is massive. It is not for someone who lives in New York City like me. But, you know, I would love to have one of these. So like I said, I'm 6 feet tall. This is the sauna. We have about maybe a little bit of a foot, maybe a foot and a half right above me in terms of the height of the sauna. So it is pretty tall. Like, it's very tall for a sauna. Now, when it comes to the width, the real question is, how big is this? So I have about a little under 6 foot wingspan, so maybe like 5 feet 5 inches in terms of the depth of the sauna. But this is how much space is taken up. It's got a nice little door with very black tinted glass on the front. But another question is the width of the front of the sauna. This is actually the widest part, so I'm putting my fingertips on the far side over here, and I'm trying to reach, and I can't even reach the end of the sauna. So this is probably like 6.5 feet in terms of the width from the front end. So the front end's the tallest, the height is the shortest, and the depth is the middle. So if you're trying to install this does take up a lot of space in a garage. So you just have to be mindful, not only the size of the sauna, but you need to have about 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet for the door to be able to open so you can get into the sauna as well. As you can see in this garage right here, we're almost hitting the point where we have maybe an extra foot left of space. So this thing is not for a small space, but it is powerful, fits 5 people, great for a family. You know, if I get married and have kids, I would love to have this in my garage. We can have a family sauna sesh before we eat a nice steak dinner. Remember, there are links in the description, discount codes. Click those, they help support the channel. Follow me at Shervin Shares, at Shervin Shares Reviews. We'll see you in the next video. Let me know what questions you have, and we can do a more in-depth sauna. I can come back here and test this even further.